Hello everyone, my name is Shanti Adasamelli and I'm currently in my fourth semester of Executive MBA, and today I'm filming this video as a part of my internship reflection um, about my performance summary this year for my employer. I'm working for a pharmaceutical company in Cambridge, Massachusetts. Firstly, performance management is not simply, once a year evaluation. Good performance management is a continuous and positive collaboration between employer and, all of the employees, and which should take place all year around. Most employees want to be successful contributors, but they wanted to know what is expected of them and how to most effectively achieve those expectations. My supervisor's performance review always, he'll always make sure to include a few points to if he's clearly communicating his expectations and provide employees with the tools, training and the information that they needed to have in order to get succeeded. And he'll make sure to offer, regular, timely and constructive feedback, which is very helpful for any of the employee. And he'll make sure to be reasonable and be fair while evaluating performance, and address performance issues in a proactive and timely manner in order to resolve those issues at the time before they became significant. I'd also think that good performance management does not just help the employee, it can also make the job, make our job a lot easier and help you build a very high functioning and productive team. Um, um, I think that most employers would want to be a successful contributors, but they do also wanted to know what is expected of them and how they can feel most effectively achieve those expectations. As a supervisor, it's their job, to clearly communicate those expectations, and I feel that good performance management does not just help the employee, and it can make our job a lot easier. But if supervisors implements practices that enhance social interactions and information sharing, then they create an environment in which workers are able to be motivated, to solve problems together, and this group interaction will always lead to better individual performance, in my idea. And my manager usually makes sure to include primary discussion points to cover, during these meetings, to ensure a more structured and even more productive and worthwhile exchange. One of those, I would say, is objective and SMART goals. I'd say most of the managers need to maintain an up-to-date employee progress in terms of objectives and SMART goals. The more frequent the performance reviews and discussions between the employee and supervisor, then the more relaxed, and the open and honest the employee will be with regards to, goal progression and possible outcomes as well. I think this is because with increased communication that comes with familiarity and the sense that the manager is always there to help, rather than to judge or evaluate. I guess it might be that the individual has hit a, like stumbling block and won't be able to achieve their objectives on time. So if this is the case, then obviously the supervisor or the manager of that respective employee should consider other options for overcoming those obstacles. That's one of the most concrete description of my supervisor that I would give, in relevant to my performance review. He also makes sure, and there is one more thing, one more example I can give you is the personal development and career growth. My manager, he always will take time to discuss, personal and career development, which skills, knowledge, and strengths could be developed to successfully achieve those objectives, to progress towards a career goal or to help the individual or the whole team, and he'll make sure to perform more effectively. In my opinion, this particular objective is much more important, because development is one factor which really needs, it's important in terms of employee engagement, I would say. A focus on the training and development has been known to boost morale and productivity, I guess. Every every employee and the employer wanted to know how that their company truly care about their future, right? And is it really supporting their professional advancement? So I think, that's one of the second objective and second example that I would say, that my employer concerns about me. And there is also one more objective that comes as a part of performance review, which is the, bringing up the employee's issues and concerns. So if the employee has any issues or concerns, now is the perfect time to, raise them. So we should always have this trust, or this feel that the managers will have the managers full attention, and they know that they have somebody to work for them, or to arrive at a solution. Equally, what I would think is, if the manager has any problems they'd like to discuss with his employees, this private setting is definitely an ideal environment in which to raise them. So if you ask me, what would be the three examples that my manager highlighted during this performance review meeting, I'd say the first one is the attendance. What I meant by attendance is, he really likes my punctuality, I guess. So he always says that punctuality is one of my strongest virtues that any employee can have. So I think he really likes that quality about me, and he always keeps saying that I'm very punctual at what I do. And they he always comments that I always come on time, or follow the schedule, or be right on track and provide the deadlines on time. That's one of the example that I would say. And the second thing is the innovation and creativity. He always focuses more on encouraging or highlighting my innovativeness and creativity in developing or coming up with new ideas for any of the project that I've been given. And he always says that I always have a knack for always thinking outside the box. That's one of it. And the third example would be my leadership qualities, I would say. Employees in any managerial position are the people who always have to look for other team members, right? So they are the people who constantly guide others to progress and advance. So however, they need guidance to reach their goals too. So in fact, managers who receive feedback on their strengths are, I think this is the statistics that have come across the recent news. So the managers who receive feedback on their strengths are 8.9% more productive. So they are more productive and profitable post intervention. So I can definitely say that you effectively manage your team and conduct specific exercises to strengthen the team. He always says that I have this quality of being fair and treating every employee in my team especially equally and respectfully. And he always comments on me. I provide employees with the resources and trainings that are required to fulfill our responsibility, because in most of the situations I act as a subject matter expert. So yeah, this is pretty much what I got from my performance review from my employer this year. Yep, that's pretty much it, and it comes to the end of the video where I thank each and every professor who helped me throughout the semester, and I really especially thank Dr. Kerr for her constant support throughout this semester. Thank you.